Okay, it is 7 o'clock. Welcome back. It is Monday with BCCO. Let's get situated. Christian has some announcements first, but then we will get started. What do you do now? Because there's people are still seating.
Hello. Good evening. Happy Monday. Happy welcome to fall. Headed for winter. I have two announcements. If you didn't notice at the check-in table this evening, there was an opportunity to sign up for volunteer jobs for next week. And some of us will be missing and we need your help. There's a spot there to fill in your name for a specific job, or if you would like, put your name at the bottom and be an alternate in case we need the second bench to help us out. Whether you sign on the top or the bottom, we'll get in touch with you during the week and confirm that you're on board. But if you missed it on the way in, feel free to break to take a look at that and add your name. Thank you. Second announcement, it is April 11th. In 10 weeks, we might well find ourselves at Hertz Hall, preparing to sing with an orchestra, and we're lucky preparing to sing for an audience. The board is, we're trying to keep a number of options open. If conditions are iffy and we want to be cautious, we might do what we had planned to do in the winter, which is sing from the audience seats, in which case we have an orchestra and soloists and us, and we make music, but the focus would be on streaming that concert rather than having a live audience. Hopefully, we'd be able to try another option, which is either have space in the hall for some audience or truly be on stage with about half of our usual number of singers, so that we can be spaced, and sing to an audience for either one or two nights. So I've already said a bunch of ors. We're trying to keep a number of options open so that we can respond to what the conditions are and what we as a chorus are comfortable doing. But it's not too soon to anticipate that home testing might be something that helps us have the option that we most want. And it may not mean that absolutely every singer has to test before we come to the concert hall, but it might be a great help if 3/4 of us can test. The numbers may work out that that really makes a difference. So, why do we mention this now? Because in early April, there's an opportunity to buy some test kits over the coming weeks and stock one or two away. Thank you. Stock one or two away. Wow. And so that they'll be ready should we need them in mid-June. So this is just a heads up that might be something that you want to keep in mind, and that might, if enough of us do that, we might have a little bit more flexibility and comfort and safety as we go into the concert weekend. Okay? All right, that's it for our announcements. And back to Ning and Paul, welcome back. Great to have you here.
Don't forget that through the USPS, you get the free testing kits, right? And it's 4 per person in your household per month. And my other employers have been testing with their own materials, so I've been actually stockpiling a whole bunch. It's been great. Okay, so we are going to look over a lot of the repertoire again, because like Christian said, there's a lot of movement with the board towards what our concerts are going to be like, which means that they're actually coming up relatively soon. So we want to kind of get an overview, remind ourselves of some of the repertoire that we haven't touched in a while, and of course, start putting together the Zemlinsky in a whole package. So we have an idea of pacing, of stamina, of energy, and whatnot. So let's start, obviously, always with a warm-up. Everybody standing up first. And especially as this weather is a little bit wacky and it's cold right now, you want to make sure that your body, since the body is our instrument, is nice and warm. Feet shoulder width apart. Let's just march in place a little bit. Remember that your knee should have a little bounce to it, and it should not be locked lest we cut off blood flow. Let's twist at the waist a little bit, and start to be aware of these muscles that we use all day, but we're not as aware of it, because when we sing, we want to be very, very cognizant of how we use our muscles. Let's roll our shoulders around, back and forth. Oh, this is particularly tight for me. Lift them up, and then relax them. Lift them up again, and then this time breathe out while you relax, and then one last time, even more, and now roll your head around and massage your neck, especially the point where your neck attaches to your skull. Those muscles there, you want to be, again, aware of these muscles because we want our head and our skull to be balanced on top of our spine, so we're not using muscles to sort of hold it in place. Open up your jaw, really stretch out your jaw. Yawn, feel the stretch of that soft palate inside your mouth. Remember, that's a natural instinct to open up the airways and the passages. Oh, that's nice. Okay, let's do a nice sigh on U and. Oh, that's brilliant. That's great. Okay, so thumb in your belly button. Let's take a nice inhalation in through your nose. Fill up your belly button and then out slowly on your own time. About 50% even between in and out. I was reading this book called Breath the other day, and they said the optimum is 5.5 seconds in, 5.5 seconds out, but that it sort of naturally gives a good sense of relaxation for your body. Now, as you know, when we speak, we tend to take slow breaths in, we exhale relatively quickly. And so singing is exactly the opposite. We need to be much more in control of the muscles that we use for our singing, and more importantly, the support that we have to support the sustained airflow that we need for singing. So this time what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in relatively quick, and then we're going to go out on shh. Here we go, and. Nice and even. I do this because it reminds me of nice support and how it's always active energy rather than just kind of squeezing and pushing. It's nice sort of engaged muscles, not hypertense and not completely disengaged. One more time again, a little quicker inhalation. Nice even airflow as long as you go. And then let's do rhythm exercises. Right, 2, and. That was really nice. I particularly like that really long, full quarter note there is really important. And more importantly, after that, the nice breath immediately. Let's see if we can get the rhythm of the last 6 to be completely unified, right? One more time. All 3. 1, 2, and. Yeah, really nice. Really, really, really nice. Let's do one more sigh on ooh. D major. D. On humming, right? And chew a little bit while you do it. The danger with humming is that we lock our jaws a little bit. And so the 2 things we can do are either thinking about humming as an open mouth, but our lips are barely touching, or we chew to make sure our jaws are engaged and in motion and not locked. But try to get a really buzzy sound. My nose is buzzing in my masks. Ready? And up. back to D major. Moo. Same thing, but I want you to use that hum at first. Moo. And the buzz of your nose, and go to the oo vowel. And a very closed oo, not moo, but moo, right? 1, 2, and. Yeah, and keep it there. So make sure we don't, that's excellent, that's really excellent. Make sure we don't do this. Moo, moo. Keep it nice and forward and buzzy in your mask. Your literal mask, as well as your what they call, Italians call squillo, you know, right? 2, and. That's excellent, nice. Nice intonation, nice. Excellent, great. It's beautiful tone. Excellent. Yeah, don't get lazy. Keep it forward, and. Excellent. Keep it going. Yeah, that was really excellent. The evenness in the tone. Remember that the physics of singing really help you maintain even tone and height of higher tessitura, higher range, when you really have the sound in your mask where it resonates. And you have the space to do it. That's really good. Let's do D major again. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Same thing. Try to make the mask buzz. 2, and now. Nice, clear, pure vowels. That's it. Now, keep the brightness. Yeah, especially the last vowel. Nice. Beautiful. That's it. Excellent. Excellent. One more. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear it, but the pitch is exceptional today, I think, because you're really setting up your voices in the right way. That's excellent. Let's do a sigh on ooh. And just for fun, let's do our tuning exercise. So basses on a D, tenors on A, altos on a third, the F sharp, and then the D high D. Okay? Now same thing, moo, but I want it to be really nice breath in, and then again, get that resonance, right? And now. Good, let's do it again. Same time of breath, but without singing anything, everybody think of what singing a half step up would be. Don't sing it, don't hum it. Just hear it in your brain. And then let's try saying a half step up now. Everybody, one half step up and. That's excellent. Now, audiate, that's the word for mentally singing. One half step above from that. So another half step up. Don't sing it yet. Now sing another half step up. Everybody together and. too high, okay? Can we do the D major again? So D major and now, that is really nice intonation. It's really, the tone today is really excellent. Now, imagine singing one whole step up. Okay, one whole step up. Let's try to get together and singing it and then. Almost one whole step up, as if you're going to sing do, re, or something like that. Here's D major again. Okay? And then sing one whole step up. And then go back to the original D major. One more time, one whole step up. Not bad. Okay, let's do one more side. Ooh. And Zemlinsky first. From the very beginning. Can we start rehearsal 2 maybe?
What's that?
We're going to Zemlinsky rehearsal 2. I know it's in the middle of the phrase, but that's okay. And 1. And here we go, basses. And tenors. And. Watching. That's it. Now get ready, crescendo. And crescendo. And altos, tenors, sopranos, and basses forte, accent, strong, excellent, and sopranos up, altos, basses, tenors. Here we go, B, T, D, T. Tenors. Altos. That's it. Get ready for breath and breathe. Basses. Basses, sopranos, altos, tenors. Basses. And one. Nice job. That's the entire first half like we were talking about before, okay? Now let's go back a couple places to remind ourselves. Bar 49, bar 49. This is page 4, bar 49. This nice little canon that we have, the stretto that we have. Stretto means that your lines sort of overlap and interrupt each other, but you're singing sort of vaguely the same stuff. Remember that? So the hard part about this, of course, is that the sopranos have high A's, but the tenors have high A flats, but altos, you're sort of in middle low register. So we have to counter that a little bit by singing a little bit louder there. Can we just do that from, listen to Paul play this again, from bar 49, 1, da, da, ti, and then the sopranos after that, for me, have this fantastic line, but even more fantastic are the tenors and altos in the next section by 53, 54, 55, 56. All of that. Ta-da-da-dum, ta, for, mi, vi, la, la. So you need to have sort of that driving feel to it. Let's try this. Bar 49. We'll start with sopranos first, and then altos, and then basses, then tenors. Okay? Bar 49. And 1. Yeah. You take it right. Ma. Now remember the word is mine, right? So you have a pure ah vowel. Ma, right? And 1. Yeah. They say mine, you say die. So the D can cut through. Use the consonant D, die, right? That's going to help. And then the basses are V, tenors are V. Those consonants help cut through and tell us this is a new entrance of another voice, right? And sopranos, nice seated, mom, right? And 1. And tenors, and good. That's it here, this chord. Now altos and tenors. Tenors. A B natural and your next note is C. natural, even though you're going to hear clashes against it a little bit. And then you have to go to the C. We're traditionally pretty flat at that point. Can we try that one more time? Altos, that was fantastic. Could even use more dine. Okay? Let's do one more time from bar 48. 48. Okay? Sorry, 49. And 1. Excellent. Excellent basses and tenors. And B minor and alto the bass and tenors. T da T D T D D. Yes, sir. Altos, tenors, now T. Altos, tenors, T. Now sopranos just have in your ear this B natural the entire time. And then you're going to go half step higher and 1. That's exactly it. 2, 3. That's it. And basses has to. Now not too loud. Yeah. Make sure we have the last consonant there. Basses. That's excellent. When you get higher and higher, it's always going to sound louder. So you have to actively make it sound like you're going soft. You have to actively feel like you're getting softer to maintain the same dynamic. That's excellent. Can we go from Untmi and C again? Right there. This is bar 65, 7, 8. Wait, 5, 6, 7. 67. Untmi. Untmi. Ready, 2 and up. Yeah, sorry. That's excellent. It's really nice and secure. It feels like a little bit late because you're starting with a vowel. So you need to phone it a little earlier so that it actually sounds on the demo. Right? 2 and I'm sorry, one more time the pitches. 2, 3, 4. Faces. And now let's. Yeah, excellent. That's it. Now we start to move a tiny bit faster. Because we start, it's like the anger wells up. And start the crescendo. Let the crescendo be linear. Linear, keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. 1, 2, and T. Now you start soprano. Yeah, good. Oh, do you hear that chord? Look at that. You're enjoying it too much. Stop. No, that chord, those chords are really great and everybody's hearing it together. I don't hear the 2 eighth notes. I think you should take a bigger breath. Schauerdach, unter, make sure make sure you take a bigger breath right there. Okay? And remember, we accent both of those. Even though it's higher than anybody else singing, even though you have a different rhythm than everybody singing, it's still lower in your range. And so you need to use your consonants a little bit and try to use the dynamic to be a little bit more punched. Right on bar 80, bar 80. Oh, lovely actual minor chord. And up. And the basses. And 1, 2, and. That's it. all you have to do is, I even wrote in my score, I put little glasses that basically say, look up, look up, look up. The tempo completely drastically changes, and your goal is to have the ending consonant of got on the second beat all together with everybody else, okay? And so if I were to do, just listen to Paul and I play from 84. Okay, 84, just watching, looking up. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So, and hey, my God, hey, my God. And you just like become things crashing all over the place. It's again cataclysmic. Okay, can we start from bar 84? Is that a weird place to start? The goal again, look up on bar 86 especially. But let's start from bar 84, and the notes are. Wow, everybody. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, and. And looking. That's it. Breath. Yeah. Now, the breathing is really weird for this. Remember, got and shower, breathe, Hermann, God sustain. Okay. You need to make sure that you know the difference between bar 87, where there's a little lift, and bar 88, where there's no lift at the end of the bar. We go all the way to the next bar 89. Hermann, God. Right, and then sopranos and tenors immediately. You have to do the consonant and breathe at the same time. 86 was fantastic. Let's try that one more time. Bar 84, and then we're going to try to get the different shapes. Remember, the music is starting to drive forward a little bit, and we don't want to be left behind. So you have to anticipate the breaths a little bit. You have to anticipate the consonants a little bit to make sure that you're really on the train. Okay? 84. 2 and up. So, I want you to look at page 9 again. This is bar 86. I'm going to show you the conducting at the same tempo, the conducting of 86, right? So just looking up, right? This is ga, ta, 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 ti, ti, yum, ta, 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 yum, ta, 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 right? Now, going to where we just got off to, rehearsal 10 on page 12. Rehearsal 10 on page 12. This is exactly the same tempo, and it couldn't be more different in terms of articulation, in terms of color and phrasing. So remember, the tempo is ta, 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 but this goes like this. Ah, dee, 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 dee. So completely different affect, completely different texture, but the same tempo, right? Can we just start rehearsal 10? We'll do the part beforehand that we're still remembering where we are and stuff. But what I'd love to do is get rehearsal 10 and get some of this section set and then work backwards so we can get into it, okay? Rehearsal 10. Now remember, what dynamic are you at rehearsal 10? You're quite loud. You're forte, and you've still been crescendoing, so presumably you're at fortissimo. So all again, right? Rehearsal 10. And now. One and two. And yeah. Okay? Not bad. Now, this line, this phrasing mark, this slur, I guess it's not a slur, it's a phrasing mark, on page 100, bar 102 to bar 104. You see that phrasing mark that goes over all of your notes? And it tells you we want to go dee. That really is for all of them. So just because it's missing from the notes from das nicht mein Freund, you need to make sure that all this music is very legato, but also very clear in the text too. Okay? Let's start from rehearsal 10 again. Rehearsal 10, Augen. Augen. Right? 2 and. And 1 and 2 and. Yeah, Z. You remember Z Freud. You make sure that the beginning consonants, find, sich, Ruhm, sei, mein, möchte. Make sure that the beginning consonants are really present. Okay. Can we try again from 102? Right on 102. Da da. Right. Can you play the line for them for a second on 102? Can you just play their unison line for them? 1 and 2. Now, dum pa ba 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 ba. D natural versus D sharp. Okay. Da ba 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 da. Right. And 1 and 2. Yeah, and I'm sorry this is a rotation. We're just going to do this a couple times. So just practice your rotation, okay? But das, ich, make sure that's a good half step, right? Now, try to get those consonants. Try to be spooky, right? It's like if you're reading a spooky tale and you sort of emphasize the consonants, to get a little bit more atmosphere for them, right? Da 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 ba ba 1. Sorry, was the C sharp again? And 1 and 2. Yeah, but todo, right? I mean, like that word is so colorful, right? It has a capital. It's a noun in German, right? Give it a little bit more importance. Ta da da ta da 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 ba. It's not just flat. Ta da da ta da da pa, right? 1 and sorry, C sharp, and 1 and 2. That's so fantastic. That's so fantastic. It's a little bit behind, but it's so fantastic. Now I want you to listen to what Paul has right here. Okay? Just Paul, do you mind playing from the beginning of 102? You hear that noodly da 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 da. So we're so behind sometimes, we're actually one full triplet eighth note off from him. We want to make sure that we completely are exactly in time with him, okay? So it requires you to have the ta, 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 that inner pulse that we lock into, and then you're on the forward part of it, right? C sharp, ready? Here we go. 1 and 2. That was excellent. That was probably as good as I've ever heard it from us singing at the one place again. It had character, it had articulation, it had consonants, and it was on time. It was with Paul. Let's do that one more time. You're really getting into your patient practice, right? And let's see, again. And 1 and 2. And 3. And yeah. Can you do Vita Zaka? This is 109. Yeah. So this music starts to get tired and it starts to slow down a little bit. And listen to how Paul play from 109. Ready? And ti ta ti 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 right? You see it sighs. We say in Italian, we say sospiro. It means it's sighing. Tum pa, tum pa. Listen one more time. Vita Zaka. Right? And up. Okay? Can we just do that right there? Bar 109. Bar 109. Ready? 3, 2, and 3. Yeah. Now the way you did the vowels for the last Z Freud was great. The first one, it sounded a little bit like we did one huge vowel that just kind of morphed. Z Freud, right? See if you get Z Freud, a little more clarity to the vowels, because it's excellent. Let's do it one more time. This time, I want you to add more dynamic dissipation with smorzando. You know what smorzando means? It means to smother. And if you imagine like a fire being smothered out or whatnot, ti, tum, pi, right? Vita, what's it in the right? 1 and 2 and 3. Vita, and yeah, that's fantastic. It's got great color. Now, can we do the pickup to that, which is only und meine Vita Sache, okay? Right? Yeah. Und meine, right? I'll give you 1 and 2. Und, right? And 1 and 2. And yeah. Excellent. It feels like you just get tired. Now the hard part is to do that with a pickup, with a comma, a breath that's very short. Okay? So you have to know that that breath is, we call it just V dot S dot, which is just very short. But you need to take a breath that's really quick for them, okay? Can we do, since you don't have a patient, but Paul and I, well, Paul doesn't have a patient either. Let's start from bar 107, as I mine next week. Alright? I'll give you 1 and 2 again. Ready? 1 and 2. And go! Yeah, let's do that one more time. And I want to hear the Z of Zai, okay? And Zai, mine, right? Ready? 1 and 2. And excellent. And Yeah, not bad, not bad. Let's do this entire thing from rehearsal 10. Rehearsal 10, Augen. Right? Find it. Page 12. Right? And up. Oh, wait. Remember, that's at the peak of a crescendo. That's forte, and then continues the crescendo molto. Okay. Make it a little bit more impressive. Ready? And. And here we go. 1 and 2. And go. 1 and 2, please. Yeah, that's excellent. That's excellent. Now, let's just go back a little bit into this duet. Can we start at page 11? Hey, my God, hey, Lord. Bar 97. 97. Let's just hear the altos and basses. Right? Do you mind playing it for one of them? Yeah. Play it once with me. And T, 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 D, T, and T, ta, T, T, ta, T, T, ta, T, ta, ta, pam, pam, pam. Right? Let's do that right there. Now, to me, yeah, Augen, that interval for Augen gets a little bit funny. But let's try this. Remember that you're going to take a breath before 98. Meine Augen, breath. Herr, mein Gott, erleite meine Augen. Right? Here we go. Right? Bar 97. 1 and 2 basses and altos. And breath. Excellent. Excellent. One and two. Yeah. Yeah. Now that part is super slippery and snaky and everything. It sounds great. Let's do sopranos and tenors. Bar 97. Oh my God. Right? Oh my God. Sorry. Right. 2, 2, and 3. Yeah, and remember to look up because we were slightly, we just changed tempo directly on rehearsal 10, and so that's a definite need to look up very clearly. Now, at 97, I think you can separate your Herr, mein Gott, a little bit more. Herr, mein Gott, Herr, mein Gott. So it really is like a quarter note with a quarter rest, okay, and a quarter rest. So we really have Herr, mein Gott, Herr, and then the basses and altos go Herr, mein Gott. Again, you can hear that very clearly. Can we do all voice parts on bar 97? Bar 97. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3. Let's do that again. And highlight the bass line and alto line too. So this is 97, maybe. Now, the nice, yeah, da-da-ba-da-ba is in the bass of the orchestra. So you're going to hear that doubled and giving you a nice bass to be able to sing, okay? 97. Right? No, right? 1 and 2 and 3. Now they're really looking up. Get ready, quick breath, and get tired. chord. Sopranos. Now only the sopranos change, right? Or amber change. And tenors, basses. Yeah, not bad, not bad. We're gonna get to that in a second. I just want to put this last part together. So I want to see if we can do from bar 95. 95. This is page 11. Just 2 bars before the Mahagan. Okay? This is bar 95. Listen to what it sounds like first. And good. So altos and basses are in the middle of the line, and your line starts up again on 96. So in reality, what we want to hear is a sopranos and a tenors in bar 95, and then altos and basses with a nice long, good strong entrance at 96. Now you note on bar 95, you end schlaf, take a breath there. Herr mein Gott, Leute. So you have a good attack for bar 96. Okay? Let's try this together. Bar 95. No. Right? 1 and 2 and 3. Sorry. With the altos and basses. Right? 1 and 2 and 3. Let's just hear the altos and basses, right? Right? 1 and 2 altos and basses, and. Yeah. Excellent. I would take a bigger break. Knees and schlaf. Hey, mein Gott. You want to make sure that the rhythm ta 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 is really nice and clear. Okay, one more time, altos and basses, right? Just altos and basses. Right? 1 and 2 and 3. And. Excellent. Yeah, exactly. And then all of a sudden we're really latched on, right? So one of your big pillars, one of their big points is really bar 96, the downbeat. Well, that's what we're looking for. Okay, let's do it one more time there. Okay? This is bar 95, altos and tenors only. 1 and 2 and 3. And. That's excellent. Nice. The rhythm for Herr mein Gott was absolutely fantastic. Really great. Note that you crescendo after that. Herr mein Gott, der Leute meine Augen. So you try to see if you can build up. Can I just hear the altos and basses from bar 92? Bar 92, altos and basses. Da da da, right? Da da da, right? 1 and 2. And. Excellent. Nice going. That's it. Let's do everybody now from bar 84. 84. Right? And up. And looking up. Basses. Hey. everybody else needs to sustain. Everybody else needs to sustain. I'm losing that chord. Let's do that. This is so great. Listen to Paul play this. It goes unison, unison, unison. We've been singing unison for such a long time, and then rehearsal 11. Ready? Rehearsal 11. 1 and 2. Chord, soprano, chord, and then the sopranos just change one note, and everybody sustains the same chord. And going on. Right? Now, Paul, can you help us out when we get to bar 114? The orchestra plays like F sharp right on the downbeat, right? That would be really helpful for them. Now, note the orchestra, like I just told Paul, plays on bar 114 for the tenors and basses, your F sharp. However, right after that, it tries to obscure the note a bit by going chromatically down after that. But you hear that on the downbeat really nicely, okay? Let's start with rehearsal 11. Rehearsal 11, everybody. Okay? Right? And what's the C sharp again? And here we go. 1 and 2. Yeah. Sorry. We're not changing together at the same time, right? One more time, right? Bar 11. Rehearsal 11, right? Here we go. And 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And yeah, hold on a second. Yeah, that nice major chord is approached in the most bizarre way. Can you play that C major with the 7th in it? Right? That's like an unheard of chord progression from a C7, C427 to a B major. That's crazy. Let's do rehearsal 11. Now, rehearsal 11. The orchestra plays along with you, but then at bar 113, it tells Paul to start those triplets again. So you're not going to hear the rhythm as much, which means that you need to really look up, you need to really be together, and still maintain the same pulse. Just be aware of that it has this nice moment of clarity, and then it obfuscates, that word again, okay? Messes things up, right? Bar, obfuscates. That's it, okay. Rehearsal 11. E and we'll C sharp. And 1 and 2. 1, 2. And F sharp. D, N. 2, 3, 1, 2. Go to on. 1. Sopranos. Altos. Tenors. And alto, tenor. Basses 1. Yeah, let's work backwards. Bar 125, 125, right? Just the sopranos, tenors, and altos, right? Right? Now, altos, you change notes here, and you're the ones that give a little bit of interest to this weird line, right? Bar 1, 2, 5. 1 and 2 and 3, and that's right. Now you have accent on the change of note. That accent is good, right? Right? Let's try one more time. 125. 1 and 2 and 3. Yeah, remember N-I-E is knee, right? If the cheat is, if it's an I-E or an E-I, it's like the second vowel is what you pronounce, right? Knee. All right, so let's do that one more time. Just clear up your vowels a little bit. Und, I, ga, Right, 1 and 2 and 3. Excellent, excellent, that's good. Now, basses, we tuned up, we increased your dynamic at the bottom because this is like that ominous wail under the depths. Let's just hear the Paul play the wail part. And this is bar 125, basses, and you hear that? Do you mind doing that with the octave below too? And 1. Yeah, that low note on 126. Let's just hear that alone, right? 1 and 2 and 3 basses, and 1. And then the thing that I always mention is that in tessitura, the higher you go, the louder it sounds. So when you get to the low note, because we have such low, strong basses, I think that low notes can come out even more. Okay? All right, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. That's much better. Now with everybody else, right? Now remember that the basses have been told to sing mezzo piano, or even louder, but regardless, the upper 3 voice parts are misty in the distance, pianissimo above them. So let them be heard completely from what you hear at all. So if you don't hear them at all, you're definitely singing too loud, but you should hear them very clearly, okay? Except for your accent altos. Starting from bar 126. Okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and almost. Let's do it one more time. All right? 125. 125. All right? 1 and 2 and 3. Almost. We're not quite together, right? Let's try it. All right, I'm going to count it off. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. That's it. Now, can we get there? Can we get there? What I'd love to do is start, this is hard because it's the middle of everything, but let's try 122. 122, the second bar of rehearsal 12. 122. Can you play that for a second, Paul? Ready, 122? And what I'd love to do is take this voice part by voice part. Let's do the basses alone because the basses have a nice, relatively easy part. 122, right? Right, 122 basses. 1 and 2 and 3. And breath. Yeah, that's nice. Add the tenors to this now. The tenors have this very slinky line that has a lot of half steps, but sneaky whole steps every now and then too. Paul, do you mind playing those 2 voice parts together just to hear what it sounds like? So, the key is bar 124, second beat. 124, second beat. You have a C flat, which happens to be the same as a B natural, which happens to be the same note that the basses are singing. So that octave is something to really latch onto. Basses and tenors singing together, bar 122. 122. Right? Right? 1 and 2 and 3. That's excellent. That's great. Altos. You have a very similar thing. I want Paul to play only the alto line and the bass line together. Okay? Starting from, this is bar 122. Ready and Yeah, so bar 1, 2, 2, the third beat. The same exact thing like the tenors. You have a C flat, which is exactly the same as a B natural, which is exactly the same note that the basses have been singing. Now, your hard interval to find is bar 123 to get down to the F natural. Those chords, that line is a little bit difficult. Let's do the basses and the altos together, starting from 1, 2, 2. Basses and altos starting together from 1, 2, 2. Okay? Right, 1 and 2 and 3. Yeah, excellent. That's good. That's great. Sopranos, you want to join us? Tenors, let's do all 4 voice parts starting from 1, 2, 2. Right? Now, let's try it. 1, 2, 2. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3. That's it. And that's fantastic. That's really fantastic. Let's start from bar 117. 117. The basses toll with a B this entire time, like this bell that just keeps on ringing, and we keep on dancing around it. It's really beautiful. Okay, bar 117. When the tenors come in, can you help them with their C entrance, because that's a little bit of a harder line to find too. Da, si, right? Bar 117. Basses start us off. 1 and 2 and 3. 1. Sopranos, go. Altos. Altos. Tenors. Yeah, not bad, not bad. We're missing a little bit of lines. Let's try the alto line from bar 120. 120. Now, weirdly, the orchestra actually plays all of your lines, but it is very, very nebulous. It's kind of like atmospheric, so it's really hard to pick up. 120, altos, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Yeah, not bad. You have so many juicy consonants that you could be latching on. Und, nicht, mein, find. All those things could become out a little bit more. Let's try 120, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. And. Yeah, not bad. Tenors, can we hear you from bar 120? 120. Right? Ready? 1 and 2. Yeah, that's excellent. That's fine. Can we try everybody again from 117? See if we can get this clear. Here we go. Basses, lead us off. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3. Sopranos. Tenors. And going on. And now 1. Yeah, let's try that right there, right? Listen to Paul play. It's the D minor chord, the terrifying D minor, and 1. it's a D minor plus a diminished chord that we've been hearing the entire time. Everybody, 128. And 1. That's great. There's no decrescendo that's there. Continue that forte, because what happens is that on bar 130, you hear the orchestra go and one bum 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 t t t t, right? And so you have that ta ti ta ta pa ti ta and ta. Let's do one more time. 128, right? And 1. Excellent. Now, before we go into break, let's start from bar 84. 84. Right? One more time. C minor. C sharp minor. 84. 2, 3, and. And look up. Altos again, 6. Basses. And others. Tenors. And alto. Tenors. Basses. Great. Okay, break, and then we will come back after that.
She will.
Yes. Go right in there, freezing.
Right. Everything's free game. It's a great line. Our lines are very sharp. So it's like really comfortable. Seeing this. That's smart.
Better go make it.
Alright. Good. What are we supposed to bring in this mug? My wife wants to cook something. I said, alright, you don't need to cook.
Jerry just always says he'll bring a bottle.
Sorry, Bob.
Yeah. So he just brings scotch and stuff. He's been out for the last week. Yeah. Small house quarter. We've got 10 sessions. So I just am bringing up the mugs here. The kid doesn't have to watch classes, but you know, if you have anything you want to drink, it's going to be great.
We're supposed to be running it on Thursday?
Kid has a lovely fire pit and he's all
Well, my wife wanted to cook something.
No, tell her about it. Tell her about it. I brought cheese crackers, something like that.
Yes.
It's 20 minutes of just sitting around.
I didn't read that deeply in the national.
I just said something about bring your own mug so that you don't have to think about it.
Hey, good evening, Berkeley Community Chorus. Let's sing some more. Find your seats.
Okay, let's look at page 14. Let's nail this down. Rehearsal 11. Das ist da nieder. Let's do only altos, tenors, and basses. Rehearsal 11. Rehearsal 11. For some reason, this isn't quite secure. Right? Rehearsal 11, right? Basses, altos, and tenors. 1 and 2. Yeah, that's where we fall apart a little bit. So we want to make sure that the tempo is exactly the same, and you have 2 beats for each of those notes. Right? Rehearsal 11, right? 1 and 2. And then we'll sing part. Good. And then going on. 1. Yeah, that's it. Sopranos, let's add you in. Bar 111. At rehearsal 11. Right? 1 and 2. Yeah, not bad. Let's do that one more time. Paul's going to play now the orchestra parts and start to muddy things up, right? Here we go. C sharp. Rehearsal 11. And 1 and 2. Yeah. So the same tempo. 1, ta, 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 ta. You have to keep the tempo. Remember that the long notes that you sing have rhythms underneath them. Da, si, la, di, pa, ti, ta, ti, da, ti, and 1. Da, si, la, di. Okay? Let's try it again. Rehearsal 11, right? 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and that's it. And yeah, that's it. Now let's do that without me counting out loud. You can look up for cues. That's what I'm here for. Ready? And 1 and 2. Yeah, not bad. I see a lot of people looking directly into music. There's a way to look up and at the music at the same time. So lift it up above your eyes and you can see peripherally to where I am. Okay, one more time, right? And 1 and 2. Much better. I want to hear the second half of this, see where things ended up. Okay? No, you didn't do 23 to 24, so let's do rehearsal 24.
Page 26.
Page 26, rehearsal 24. Right? Sopranos, here we go. 1 and 2 and 1. Now 1. And. Okay, everybody's standing. Everybody's standing. Remember, this is a procession. The rhythm falls within our beat. So left, right, or whatever, one foot in the next, because we're all doing different ones right now. Right? Ready? Bar 24, rehearsal 24. Stepping while you sing. Ready? 1 and 2 and 1. And tenors. And 1. And 1. And 1. And 1. 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. Yeah, you see? That rhythm, that sort of pulse underneath is critical to this music on here. We had music that, you can sit down again. We had music that was very horizontal. But this has a pulse. Right? Okay. One more time for 24, and then we're going to go on. You can sit down for now, but I want to have you the feeling. I want to feel the pulse. Feel the pulse. We sing it differently when we have that pulse that's different, right? Sopranos, 1 and 2 and 1. Tenors. Don't lose it. And 1. Bass mellows. Bass is 1. And tenors. I hear it. Altos, go. And sopranos. And here we go. And 1. Yeah, he's not going to play all the notes for you. He's not going to play all the notes for you, right? Now this is a section that is really nice and rhythmic, and so we should be establishing a nice pulse that's here. Let's start from 2, 5, 6. 2, 5, 6. Right? Remember, this is do, 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 mi, re, mi, do, 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 re, do, me, do. Right? Or if you're la bass minor, la, 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 ti, la, do, la. Right? 1 and 2, basses, go. And. time, it's actually over the next hill, right? And so this drudgery of this pulse, da, 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 we've been going on for such a long time. All of a sudden it opens up, the sun is out, it's shining, the birds are tweeting, right? So let's go to 255. Remember, the character of the music is driven by the pulse, by the harmony, by the melody, and at 256, what we're looking for is this unrelenting sort of slow pulse. Ta, 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 right? Basses, 2, 5, 6, right? 1 and 2 and 1. Ta. Excellent. And tenors on the 5th. And altos. That's it. Sopranos. And then this cool four-chord progression. And keep on going, and 1. And 1. And altos. Tenors. Basses. Here we go. One and 2. Yeah. Woo! What a great piece. It's really, really great piece. Let's get to the end. So pick up to bar 318. 318. Now the distinct moment where everything opens up is on here in bar rehearsal 32, the second bar. So listen to Paul play this. And what we want is unison to harmony, to orchestra, with chorus. So listen to Paul play your parts at bar 318 with pickup. Ready? 1, 318. Ready? Yeah. Now here we go. Harmony. Ta, ti, ta, ti, ta, ta. Can you play all of their parts, bar 318. Only their parts, 318, right? 1 and 2. Just unison, 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 still unison, and then here we go, and here we go. Let's do that. When it breaks into harmony, it's really good. Now, bar 324, the last beat. 324 and 325, the last beat. Paul has a much richer chord than we're singing. And so just note that when he's playing in some of your parts, clash a little bit, right? Sopranos, your E flat, he actually plays an F with it. So just be aware of it, okay? Let's do pick up the 318. Pick up the 318. Right? 1 and 2. Here we go. And that's really good. Let's go backwards. Backwards. It's too far backwards. Let's do pick up to 292. Pick up to 292. Okay? 1 and 2 and 3. And down. And. Okay, we're going to break this down a little bit. My favorite part is at the very beginning of this entire thing, remember that everything is horizontal lines, they kind of clash with each other, they're not really singing each other. And the very end is literally only big chords, very vertical. So Paul, if you don't mind playing from pick up to 292, you have this like E major chord, you have C major chord, you have C major chord, you have an F major chord, you have all these huge major chords, right? And so play slowly from 292. Yeah, just their parts. Major, C major, and then F major. And then that's so loud. That's 14 as well. And good. Why don't we start from pick up to 308? Pick up to 308. Okay. And what I want to hear is just the altos and tenors alone. Altos and tenors alone. Actually, only tenor twos and altos alone, right? Tenor 2s and altos, right? Pick up to 308. 1 and 2. Yeah, so you see how you two are related, right? Now make sure that when you go to the C sharp, both tenors and altos, that's a tiny half step, right? We don't want those half steps to be too flat, okay? Now let's hear tenor 1s and sopranos, right? Take it to 308. 1 and 2. Yes, straight melody, right? And then basses alone, you have a really interesting line, right? 1 and 2. 4, 5. Yeah, everybody together. Pick up the 308. So your individual lines, right? 1 and 2. Excellent. And you see that's an empty chord there. It's called an open fifth chord. There's nobody singing a third. That's because it tells us we are not done yet. We are not done yet. We still have that big, huge chord progression towards the end. Now let's get into that. Love to start at bar 302. 302 vol. Now this has got some really interesting lines. Tenors in your thirds. Basses with this nice strong singing, altos with a melody, and then sopranos with a sort of quasi arpeggio. Let's just hear the tenors first in your thirds, right? Bar 302, right? 1 and 2 and yeah. So the key is that the tenor 2s, you're A natural and then immediately to the A flat. That's the key thing that you want to listen to. Basses and tenors together, basses. Okay? And then tenors with tenors. Right? 1 and 2. Yeah, that F minor. Now I want you to think that this is still fortissimo. So can you write in sempre fortissimo? It's not supposed to be a soft chord, okay? Here we go, one more time, ready? 1 and 2 and yeah, can we add the altos? Add the altos, right? Add the altos, right? Right? 1 and 2 and yeah, everybody with sopranos. Yeah. Oh, it should be E. I think it should be E. Yeah. And he has a. Yeah, we'll listen to it. Okay, let's do 302, everybody. Right? 1 and 2 and 3 and up. And That's excellent. Okay, now the part beforehand is really brilliant, but it's lots of different lines singing different things at the same time. So we're going to start at bar 296. Bar 296, sopranos, I'm sorry, I'm going to hang you out to dry first because it is quite high but it's very melodic. It's very melodic. So just note, at pickup to 296, you really have the main melody at this point. Right, here we go. Right? No, sorry, just sopranos. Just sopranos. Right? 1, 2, ready, end. Now 1. Good. And then we're there. So ich will dem Herrn singen, dem Herrn singen. Make sure your eighth notes are really secure and tempo, right? Very steady, right? Here you go, one more time. And 1 and 2. And that's it, that's it. And 1. That's it, that's it. Okay. Now what I want to hear is the basses. The basses starting on downbeat of 296. 296. The same exact things like I said to the sopranos. Eighth notes very secure and steady, right? 1 and 2. Yeah, but remember the bass line splits, so. Yep, okay. Yeah. So you have a pretty nasty line here with these B naturals, B flats, G naturals, G sharps, and whatnot. Make sure you have your whole steps and your half steps clear. Let's do 296 one more time. Right? Half step, whole step, half step, whole step, back up, right? Well, just listen to Paul play for a second. It's really twisty. Ready and done. Yeah, here we go. Let's try that again, right? Basses. Ready, 1 and 2. Tenor line. You have this beautiful melody. Pick up to 298. 298. Now, this is imitation after the sopranos sing. And so this is one of the most important lines of 298, okay? Here we go. 1 and 2. Yeah, good. So just note that the tempo is very, very slow, but your notes, we call it diminution. It's quicker rhythms than the sopranos, right? It's very much similar to the sopranos, but it's in quicker form. Let's try one more time. 298. 1 and 2. Good. And then altos, bar 296. Okay? Half notes, half note, eighth quarter, right? Really tight rhythm. Ready? 1 and 2. Yeah, do you see how melodic that is? It really is nice stepwise motion for a lot of it. Just be very aware of where your steps are. Everybody, pick up to 296. Altos and basses will come in on the downbeat of 296. Sopranos will sing the note right before it. Tenors will come in, pick up to 298. Okay? Look at that, D major. Here we go. Right? I'll give you 1 and 2. Pick up downbeat. Right? 1 and 2. tenors. Still strong. Still strong and and going on. Here we go, and 1 and 2. Great. Let's look at Brahms for a little while. Let's just start at the beginning. Let's see what happens. 2 bars before rehearsal B, altos will be starting from bar 27. 27. Don't these notes look really tiny now? There we go. let's try 104. And so much better. But by the nature of the note being lower and anticipating the downbeat, it still needs to be much louder. Accent that first note. Da, oohs, right? Ready, Mark? Let's just play 109. Ready? And up. Yeah. And. Much better. Yeah. And so take a nice breath that's rhythmic. Ta, ta. Da, oohs, right? One at a time for 104. Right? 104. Remember that whereas the music before was, again, horizontal, this music is vertical. So you're singing it so beautifully, but this is terrifying. Terrifying can be beautiful too, but not as lyrical like that. Ta 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 ta, not ta ti. It needs to have rhythm underneath it, right? 104. And T. Let's just pick any bar. How about 134? 134. Listen to Paul at 134. And now can you play what you have at 158? 158. Right? And so remember, this music is never ta ta ta. It's ta 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 ta, and you just happen to be the first note of each of those words. Ta 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 ta. So even that soft music is not languid. It has energy. It's tight. It's soft and intense, not soft and structureless. Okay. So remember, don't forget the orchestra, don't forget Paul. Every time, almost the entire part of the section is ta 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 these good gay band ta 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 ta. You have to feel like you're on a horse, right? Okay, let's do one more time. 104. 104, which is the beginning of the allegro section, right? And 3, 2, 1. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. So right in there, what would be a good word? You know, it's really funny. I've been looking at a bunch of new music scores, and they'll take whatever they want in English, and because it's like music, they translate it to Italian. And then it's like this made-up Italian word, and all of us are looking at this word like, what is this word? What are they just like made up an Italian word to get closer. But like one good word that you should use is energical, right? Or like energetically, right? That's what this entire music is, energical. It needs to have a little bit more sort of rhythmic structure to make sure it works, okay? Paul, can you play the chords at bar 134? So like downbeat, 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 chord, 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 downbeat. Bar 134, like chord, 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 downbeat, down, 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 right? And. You hear that? Now the chords are ta da ta da ta 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 ta. That rhythmic harmony suddenly throws us all off. We go 1, 2, 3, ta 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 ta. Paul, do you mind playing that exact thing again? Just chord, 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 chord. Ready? And. Yeah. And you see that, so be careful, doesn't rush. But you see that throws us off a little bit. We get slightly behind because da 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 ta 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 ta. Right? Let's do that. Bar 134. Let's try all singing that together. Right? 1, 2, and you can play the normal parts. Right? 2 and da. Going on. So that's excellent. What I would do is we'll write down what you just did technically, because where each of those 3 chord notes on those bars, which happen to be 135, 6, 7, 137, and 143. Can you put accents on each of those? So you have ba da 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 ta 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 da ba da 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 ta 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 da. So it helps us propel through the quicker pace of the rhythmic harmony. Okay? Let's just do that. 134. All right, 1, 2, and up. Excellent. Going on. Faces and yeah. And so if you have that intensity, if you understand that even though, especially if you're a soprano, your eyes are pretty far away from seeing Paul's notes, right? All you see is the entire chorus singing these long notes. Make sure that you always understand that you have the ta 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 ta. So those little accents will be great. Okay? Excellent work. This is really great. The intonation has been really settling. I feel like we're starting to really hear each other, and there's not as much of issues of like ensemble in terms of rhythm as well as tone. So really great work. We'll see you next week. Thank you, Paul. See you guys every year.